Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Blue Gamer Bluecast Morning Show. I'm your host, Adam Blue, 30 plus your video game enthusiast industry analyst. And today for April 3rd, 2025, we're going to go through the latest gaming news, what I've been playing, other gaming talk. You know how it is. And good morning, everyone. Altronomus, JamKLX, Chris. It's good to see the morning crew here. Okay, well, hopefully you all had a good day yesterday. You know, and what's interesting for me, and let me get the sharing going, is I didn't play any games. It's been a very light week of gaming. In fact, the last time I kind of sat, and I guess it was the 30th, with my wife, with It Takes Two, doing some Gal Guardians, that I ended up refunding anyway. And then, yeah, I guess, what was it, on the first, because yesterday was the Nintendo show, I was playing the Kyborg demo, Sura the Striker. I haven't really played anything else. There's just been other stuff going on, other things, been building other things. But there's a lot of games that have been coming around. But let's jump into this stuff, because I've got a lot of tabs. I've also got some games, so maybe we'll just do news. If there's time, we'll play some games. First of all, that Nintendo Direct, or the Switch 2 Direct thing yesterday, was really awesome. And, some of my thoughts on that are, I think Mario Kart World is an awesome idea, and I'm all about that. I don't think they're going to go full on open world. I think it's going to be open world in a sense where you can like drive somewhere, but I really think it's still going to be a little small. I don't think they're going to do the Assassin's Creed open world. I think it's going to be something that just, it makes sense. But I'm excited about that because I want to take Mario Kart somewhere else, and I'm glad they're doing that. It's interesting. The Mario Kart game is going to be $80. This is, I guess, the new world we're moving into where the games get more expensive, even if they're digital, and we've been getting there. There's been a lot of the AAA companies that are like, buy the deluxe edition for $80, or for $100 you get the super deluxe where you get access early. So Nintendo's just now making it part of that. And so the Switch itself, the Switch 2, what is it, like $449 by itself, $450 with Mario Kart, and I also think that's a good deal. Mainly because just with some of the handhelds I've gotten recently, between the Portal, the ROG Ally, like, I feel like what the Switch 2 is offering is great for that price, because it is a super, super premium handheld if you think about the handhelds that come out. And all the functions, the fact that you take off the Joy-Cons. I'm big on removable controllers. I'm glad Nintendo came up with that. I think they did. But having the mouse function, I don't know if I'm going to use it a lot or at all. But the fact that they have that mouse functionality is also really awesome. The two USB-C ports are really smart. Also, having the built-in kickstand, it's a big deal. Like for the ROG Ally, got to buy a third party for that. The Pro controller is awesome because it's got back buttons. That means they're taking things seriously. And if it uses Hall effect analog sticks, which I'm not too sure, that could be a high-end Pro controller just because it's made by Nintendo. So we'll see about that. Let's see. The other so for instance, Mario Kart World sort of satisfied that need of what is the neat exclusive that Nintendo can show off. And I didn't think I would care about a Mario Kart, but just what they showed is, and I'm down for that. The other part was the upgrades for Switch games. I'm not too crazy about this. It wasn't too clear. Like, okay, so they talk about you could play some Switch games on a Switch 2. Does that mean they need upgrades or not? Or is it software update? Or can you just put the Switch cartridge in? Maybe they've explained it to a degree. I'm not too sure. But I do know for some titles, they have Switch 2 upgrades that you can buy. So, for instance, there's going to be Breath of the Wild and a Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 version, like made for Switch 2, full price $80. But if you were to own the game on the Switch, you can get an upgrade. Which this is exactly what I was wanting, and I felt like I knew it was going to happen, just had to wait. Look, I want to play through Tears of the Kingdom. And and it could be because I play PC games a lot, but playing Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch was a horrible experience. There's no reason graphics should be that bad, frame rate. And it was the same thing with the Link to the Past remake. No, not Link to the Past. the Link's Awakening remake. It would just slow down all the time. And here's the thing, slowdown happens, sure, but it would just be hard to play for you. And that's kind of like how I would be anyway. So let's say I'm playing a game on the Switch. Oh, there's a PC version. It probably runs better. I'm going to get it on PC. So I will feel good about playing through Tears of the Kingdom knowing I'm getting potentially 120 FPS, but I don't think they just said it's a graphical upgrade. So they said resolution and frame rate, and the Switch 2 could do 120, but they didn't say the Zelda game would do 120. So there's that. And yeah, I think okay. So actually, let me go to chat before I move on real quick. Link's Awakening, thank you. That's what that was. But they're doing Treehouse today and tomorrow. Oh, there you go. It sounds like you need to upgrade through the purchase. Yeah. So that makes sense. But they're going to give more details. That's cool. We'll have to check that out. So this next one, Dusk Bloods. One, it's very funny. There's this Jess Capricorn they're a Twitch streamer, but I don't watch them on Twitch. She just posts her videos on YouTube and plays and has very similar opinions when it comes to specific games. She likes a lot of RPGs I don't like, but not that I don't like that I don't play. But anyway, so I've been following her because, like, when Sony had the State of Play, she was talking about, okay, there could be Bloodborne. What's some things that are pointing to Bloodborne? And there was a lot. And it was pretty interesting, but then nothing happened. And it was so crazy watching her. And I'll play it. Like, try to even with me, I remember we were in chat. It's like, what is this? And I think even Chris said Castlevania. And she just said that. But what's crazy is because she's a huge.
Is it Castlevania?
Which she's excited about. I am too, but the next shot is hilarious.
Guys.
Only because I've been following her coverage of Bloodborne. So I love seeing people react about something that even I am excited because I can feel her excitement. And it's cool because as she went through the video, she was even calling out, these are lore from Blood. Like, this is in the Bloodborne universe, 100%. I don't know if they've confirmed that, but the things going on in these shots are from Bloodborne. Now, as excited as she is and excited as I am, what it sounds like it is just Night Rain, but on the Switch. Elden Ring has Night Rain. It's this standalone multiplayer game. That's not what I want out of another Bloodborne. I really think there's a lot going on with this reveal here. One, it's not called Bloodborne. One, I don't know if they said anything about Bloodborne. Two, there's Miyazaki's been wanting to make another Bloodborne, but apparently it was all in Sony's hands because Sony owns that IP. So that's why I'm curious what this is about. Is it where the Switch... It said Switch 2 exclusive. Does that mean exclusive to Switch 2 and not Switch 1, but it is going to be on the other platforms? You know what I mean? Because this could end up just being, another game that's going to be on all platforms. But if not, if it's Switch only, I find that very interesting just because Bloodborne was PlayStation only, yet PlayStation, let that team go. What are they called? I mean, not like, they've... Not that they've let them go, but pretty much they've stopped working on that stuff. And so it's just real interesting what Sony's trying to do with Bloodborne, if anything, and they should be. And then we're seeing this. Again, hilarious seeing her reaction. Love it. I feel like I didn't get that way, but I can feel it and get it. But I'm afraid it's going to be too much of a multiplayer game, which is fine. It's 8-player multiplayer. It's like, wow, that's a lot. Why 8? But what I like about Bloodborne is the self-paced exploration, discovery, figuring things out. Yes, you can do multiplayer with the Ring and the Bells or whatever, but so if this was announced as a proper sequel to Bloodborne, then I would say this is the greatest thing from the show. But because it's the multiplayer only thing, who knows? It's sad. I'm not even excited about Night Rain. I'm going to try it when it comes out if I'm Excuse me if I'm reminded about it, but yeah, it's a vampire game. I highly doubt it's Bloodborne. Oh no, Chris, it is Bloodborne. There's way too many. There's characters in some of the like if check out her video. She does this analysis from 5 minutes to the rest, and she goes through and picks apart like the tattoo on the guy's hand was Ligarius's wheel. That is the place, the stained glass that you break through in the and blow. I forget what boss is in there. Like all of these things, even if legally it's not Bloodborne, it's Bloodborne enough. It's just like when Bloodborne came out after Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2. People are like Bloodborne. It's still a Souls game, you know. Yeah, there's a lot. There's references to characters. I forget which. If I could scroll through here, the other. Yeah, the Duskblood name just doesn't work for me. Where's the other? There's these statues that have the blindfolds on, and you know that's the what I forget all the names. It's so crazy. The library of the people. It's the site. Yeah, right. They would take out their eyes because they'd be able to see better. So yeah, I'm excited. This is crazy. I mean, look, that's the bridge. That is the bridge right there at the beginning of Bloodborne that you fight was that the cleric beast on? Insane. It's so cool that they're doing that. I'm glad whatever legal limbo Miyazaki's in, he's like, F it. I'm going to Nintendo. I'm making a Bloodborne game. Crazy. Crazy. So there's some other interesting things that have come up. So I guess when it comes to Switch 2, like, I think it's worth it. I'm going to buy it. I'll probably get it at Best Buy. Just because we typically, when we make big electronic purchases, we do it at Best Buy, like the arcade one up. You know, we plan that out to pay it off because these things are expensive. Actually, my PC was a Best Buy purchase like 3 years ago now. But the pricing is very interesting because some people have brought up this may be related to tariffs, but it's actually not. Switch 2s have been in the US for a long time. Nintendo's just been waiting for the right moment to release everything. But to get in to look at the price, like, yeah, it's not tariffs. $450 for the Switch 2 is a good price. Like, just, and I was talking about that earlier, just considering what the ROG does, the Legion Go, the Switch 1's still going to be available at whatever price it's going to be at. I feel like that $450 price makes sense with everything we're getting, especially all the games they announced that are coming. It's crazy. So then there's this whole thing about a 25% tariff on all computer imports. So I researched this and I looked into it, and it's not exactly on all computer imports. It's anything that uses a certain type of aluminum, or aluminum comes from a certain place, a percentage of the aluminum in it. And you know why they're doing that, actually? And again, this isn't to be political, because this is not about political. This is actually about video games. So where was it? Yeah, I guess sometime in the 80s, and I think I had, yeah, so basically in the 80s, the US offset its aluminum to be done outside the country. That made a lot of money for the top. That's where then this kind of middle class thing started happening. This issue where it's like the middle class is really not the middle class anymore. It's like, but anyway, the idea here is Trump's like, well, if you're an American company and you're selling a product in the US, but you're getting the aluminum from China or another country, there's going to be a tax on it. Yeah, does that stink that things get more expensive because of that? Yeah, sure. But you know what? We've kind of gone too long where we were pretty much outsourcing everything to other countries, and that's actually caused issues here in the United States. Like this current, you know how we like complain about the economy no matter who's the president? We're like, it's their fault the economy's this bad. Well, yeah, the economy's been bad just because for the longest time we've outsourced all of our work overseas. And now Trump is trying to bring that back. It's like, well, let's get so if you see the red, on this graph, that's old scrap. So when they stopped doing the manufacturing in the US, everything was relied on old scrap or other countries. And that's going to affect the middle class. That's why the Chinese middle class is so large and prosperous. So I guess what I'm saying here is I'm not going to cover any tariff stuff if it relates to video games because I just think it's a natural move forward. It's just one of those things, and I guess it could be my age, what I witnessed, my parents going through amazing childhood. Only my dad had to work. My mom didn't have to work. I loved my childhood. Go to live on my own, and I realized, starting a new family, both parents have to work. And even though I love my house and it's a nice house, in relation to my income and my dad's income being the only income earner at that time, their house they got for the price was better than the house we got for our price. Pretty soon, I cannot live in this area anymore. In fact, if my wife and I were needing to move to a new house, we couldn't live around the place I grew up anymore. That is a real issue. That's not video games. That's not video games. So video game taxes go up, sure. That's fine. If that makes it where the cost of living here improves, I'm cool with that. Oh yeah, a long overdue problem is going to hurt for a bit when you start to fix it. Jamkill X, you're right on. That is exactly it. But let's move on for that because really it's just so basically it popped up just because Insider Gamers like talking about price increase for game consoles and PC parts likely in the United States. But when you dive into what's going on, there's these companies that are U.S. companies that have cases that are manufactured overseas, and it's so much cheaper for them to do that. So Trump's like, if you're going to do that, let's tax because it's losing for the economy in the United States. It's very interesting. There's a couple different, and again, I think a lot of this news is sensationalizing. Okay. So what I did was, it was interesting. That article I was just reading, when they said that, I was like, what did they used this quote? That's right. They used this quote, and I searched it, and this tweet came up, and I'm like, well, there's not a link or anything. So you see what I'm saying? I don't even know what they were trying to get at. But when I did the research, it's like, well, it's not really directly related. But anyway, let's move on. Hopefully you guys learned something from that. I could be wrong. I don't know. Okay, so let's see if this has any more information about Duskbloods. Is not a direct sequel to Bloodborne and is considered more a spiritual successor. So it is a spiritual successor. That is cool. That's what it looks like. And maybe that's what needs to be done since Bloodborne is apparently caught up in some legal Sony crap. That's awesome. I love that an artist like Miyazaki can say, F you, I'm still doing this. And just call it something else. I love it. Okay. Okay, a Piranha Plant version of the Switch 2 camera will be available at launch. So if it's the same price, I'm going to buy this one. Which is cheaper than Nintendo's official Switch 2 camera? That's amazing. I wonder if it's because it has more of a kiddie look to it. But it looks like a collectible to me. I would totally get this. Chris, but you're understanding the tariffs, it seems like it's against the population because it's saying, hey, why outsource all your work overseas and create this economic issue for Americans when you can move that business in the United States and everyone's more prosperous. That was the issue. Since the 80s, we've been moving everything overseas. That's kind of what the issue is there. And like Jim Kill said, at first there's going to be a little, we might feel it, but, it's just like in the house when we have to budget and it's like, yeah, this month, guys, we got to cancel, the streaming service, or when we're budgeting, we're like, hey, the premium's going up on our insurance. These things happen. And I think the corporations have gotten away with avoiding those things by offsetting it to us. Okay, yeah, I do want to move on from that. Ultramus, I'm trying to see if there is some sort of catch. And it's crazy. The game chat that it comes with, it's gonna be free to use for a year. Well, not a year, but then will require a subscription. There's some little hidden things with Nintendo's stuff, but like even the GameCube library of games that you could play requires a subscription. I'm not into that stuff. I feel like they should give you the option to own it. What is not clear, of course, is how the quality of the Piranha Plant camera's picture will differ. But would it differ on, you know what? I wonder if it's because it's not part of Nintendo's accessory lineup. Yeah, that's the pretty obvious sign there. But I wonder what it would be. Okay, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome to Our Price has been revealed. So this is an interesting thing because it seems pretty cool. Like it reminds me of on PlayStation, they had like the Astrobots Playroom or whatever, where it was like you're inside the PlayStation moving around. It was free. It came with it. You would think this is free, but Nintendo is charging $6.12. We don't know the exact price here in the US, but that's just kind of weird. Like, again, this is another example of, okay, Nintendo's like doing some weird stuff within the awesome stuff that they're doing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, $6 is not a lot, but let's say Nintendo sells 1 million and all those millions are buying a $6 add-on. They just made a lot of money. So, yeah, we'll have to see what it is. Okay, coming soon to Game Pass. Borderlands 3, All You Need Is Help. Still Wakes the Deep. Wargroove 2. Diablo 3, interesting. South of Midnight, I want to try that out, even though it doesn't... The style of it, even though it's a cool style, it's nothing that gets me excited. It's not like sci-fi or anything. Excuse me. Let's see. Commandos, Blueprints, Hunt, Showdown. Oh, interesting. And then some other stuff coming. Turbo Golf Racing sounds like that would be fun. Oh, this is discounted games. So let me see this then. Oh, and it's on Steam and it's $9.99. Huh, cool. I wonder if it's kind of like Rocket League, but more racing. That's pretty neat. Okay, moving on. Some physical Nintendo Switch 2 games will be download-only game key cards. So I think we saw that with the Switch 1. I'm just surprised we're seeing that with the Switch 2. But again, even though the Switch 2 is getting larger storage space, the games are going to be getting bigger. So let's see. For example, 2022's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on PS5 required 150 gigabyte download at launch, while only 72 MB of data was included on the disc. Wow, I didn't know that. But I guess, it almost makes, like, I have maybe like 2 or 3 Nintendo carts total. Switch carts. It's digital. All of it's digital. Okay, SD Gundam G Generation Eternal launches April 16th. So for my Gundam fans out there, April 14th. That is just around the corner. I'm excited. Can't wait. I just hope that as I'm playing it, I hope it doesn't turn into where part of the gameplay is managing your resources in the menus to do your dailies and all that. Like, once it becomes that, I'll stop. But I'm kind of excited. Like, even that UC Engage game, like, it's so awesome. Then I play it and I'm like, this is boring. But like, it has the animation that's awesome. They even translated the new stuff with Sharon Amaro. All right, what's this? Nintendo Switch 2's... Oh, yeah, that's right. So we're talking about how they're going to have the Switch 2 edition of a Switch game, and that is still $80. I will say the stuff that they're adding in Super Mario Party Jamboree makes it seem like, again, if you were to own it, you just pay the add-on, which I'm assuming might be 20 or 30. It's going to be insane. So I will say, I've played the heck out of Breath of the Wild. I played it on Wii U, and then I played it on Switch, and then I played the DLC, so I'm pretty much done. But Tears of the Kingdom, I didn't bother with. I've mentioned this before. The game just looks bad, runs bad, but Nintendo does that sometimes with their games. It's one of those things where I think you could be someone that plays Nintendo games all your life, and then you don't really notice it. But if you're the type of gamer that's like me, where I play across all different ecosystems, and as I do, when I get choice, I like to choose to play the most optimum experience. And for both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they 100% looked and ran better on emulated on PC. And I'm like, Nintendo, this is what you need to do. I think it would get more people. Could you get more people? No, they don't need to do it because they don't have to. It's just like Pokemon. You know how the Pokemon stuff has been real crap? I tell you, when it comes to Nintendo, it's like 50% can't stand what they do, 50% the stuff they do is incredible. It's kind of crazy how that works. Let's see, Alternative 80 doesn't feel like a good price for a visual upgrade of a game one generation old. Yeah, I agree. So I agree with that. So what they've said was increased resolution, increased frame rate. Sure. Xbox did that for free with all their games. So what else do you have, Nintendo? Well, they do have something. Apparently, there's this app, which I love this idea, that is like a note app for while you're playing the Zelda games. It has the map on there. You can mark things. I love that. Playing the last year when Konami released the Castlevania Dominus collection on modern consoles, and they changed the 2-screen dual screen to be 3 screens that you're looking at, I realized how awesome it is to have a reference, an in-game reference guide as you're playing, because it's part of that research. And so having it as an app on a phone, that it's my Tears of the Kingdom game, it has the map, it has where I am, what I've been doing, that seems worth it. That seems like a huge, big, because a lot of times when I play these open world games, I want to keep track of what I'm doing. And a lot of the in-game tools and options don't allow you to do that. And I'll have to do it like on a notepad or open my phone and notes and just type stuff in. So why would I need to pay $80 for a game with a free app elsewhere? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm almost giving them the benefit of the doubt, but it sounds bad. It does. It really does. Okay, we've got some time, so I'm going to jump into a game real quick. We don't have much time, but this is a demo of a game that could be a quick play. It's called Haste. It just came out. I don't know anything about it all except that it looked like a really cool platformer. So, hello, Steam. Hello. Okay, it's Unity. All right, there we go. Okay, that's a really cool opening. That makes it seem like it's high production. We did the Blue Gamer edition of Trash From Our Time to Write the Vibes. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's funny how easy it is to get caught up in talking negative about something, but then it's like, well, really, when I'm doing it, it's more if I'm like critiquing something. But then you can get caught up in the negativity. Okay. Wow. What is this? Okay, no jump button. So far, though... Okay, there's a little skip there. So far, though, everything looks really good. Upscaling is on quality. Is there ultra for everything? No. Okay. Wow. So far... Whoa, okay. It loaded so fast, I assume there has to be some background shader compiling or something. That's probably what... Okay, whoa. I hate it when games do this. Oh, you want to go... Let's see if I can figure it out. So there's no jump button. But that... Okay. So I wonder then... Oh, that's funny. Whoa. Okay, so... Left stick is what is making me do this. Use A to adjust your landings. Oh, okay. So you have to click in the left to start running. It says hold, but... Okay, I messed that up too. Okay, let's do this again. Oh, yeah, here we go. So this is pretty cool. I would say I love the controls and the graphics. Everything is top-notch, in my opinion. But if the game is more of just like a time attack or point attack, whatever you call it, that wasn't that good. That was bad. Perform landings to gain energy. Oh, I see. So I have to, let's see. Wait, use board for extra speed. Okay, that wasn't that great. Okay, like right over the edge like that. Okay, it said something about a board, but that was not good. Oh no, this is... The littlest mound will make you go up. The littlest incline. Okay, board. Oh, left trigger. It's weird how on the right they're telling you use your board, but on the left it's telling you like. Isn't that weird? I think I gotta do that here. Oh no. Here. Oh my god. Okay, so I can't use my board yet. I think it's just when I'm... I'm pressing it. That's weird. Is there something? Unless I needed to be able to gain the energy? Yeah. Okay, so I need to have enough. That's why it keeps sending me back. I need to have enough energy. Oh, and Ultronimus, you get it, don't you? You get it. That was not good. That was not good either. Oh, I probably should have got more energy rolling. That's what I need to learn. Like, perfect. See, you gotta like time it just right. This one might be impossible, or maybe not. Nice. All right, so while this demo did a good job showing off... Okay, let me see, just in case it happens to... I'm looking for what's the gameplay loop here. What are we doing? I don't know. Did I just go into a world, into a level? Oh, there's some shader jump. Okay, so I can like go and follow these things around, whatever. All right, I'm starting to get it. If they add maybe an enemy, the thing is, there's no other button to do stuff. As you can see over on the side, there's. Ooh, look at this. So is this like, and then there's things to, okay. I'm now starting to see like the bones of something a little more. This is pretty cool. I really like the gameplay, the graphics. Interesting. The camera's a little weird. All right. I'm actually enamored by this. That's why I've been sticking with it. But this is cool. Let's go to the store page real quick. I'm curious. $15.99. And it's out. It came out February 24th. Oh, a boss. Okay, so there's some combat. Gotta take a look at this. I feel like I could have a lot of fun with this by kind of, you know, once you've converged on that sort of like path that they're trying to get you to do and you're in that flow state, I feel like this would be fun. And the obvious thing I didn't bring up maybe is the Sonic vibes. A lot of cool Sonic vibes from that. Overwhelmingly positive reviews. Wow. Wow. Receive product for free. Receive product for free. Oh my God. Every single one on here is received product for free. Now there's other reviews, obviously, but okay. Anyway, I'm gonna head out, guys. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, it does look fun, Chris. Thank you. I'm glad you thought so too. And for the price for $15.99, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'll be back tomorrow with some more video game stuff. But until then, have a good one. See y'all.